Picture this, the 18th century, an era of intellectual and philosophical developments known as the Age of Enlightenment. This was a period where the shackles of tradition were being cast aside. The world was entering a new age, one where reason, liberty, and progress were held high as the guiding lights of civilization. The Age of Enlightenment, also known as the Age of Reason, was a time of great intellectual growth and societal change. It was an era where thinkers, philosophers, and scientists challenged traditional ideas and beliefs, paving the way for new thoughts and innovations. Enlightenment thinkers championed logic, reason, and the scientific method as the means to achieve knowledge and understanding. They questioned everything from the nature of the universe to the structure of society and government. In the realm of politics, Enlightenment thinkers advocated for human rights, democracy, and secularism. They argued for the inherent worth and autonomy of the individual, and asserted that all people should enjoy freedom of speech, religion, and assembly. These principles would later become the bedrock of modern democratic societies. Now let's come back to America, a land on the cusp of revolution and independence. This was the world that a young George Washington was born into. Growing up in the Age of Enlightenment, Washington was surrounded by these revolutionary ideas. His worldview was shaped by the principles of reason, liberty, and progress. He was influenced by Enlightenment thinkers and their ideals, which would later guide his leadership during the American Revolution and his presidency. As a young man, Washington was deeply influenced by Enlightenment principles. He believed in the power of reason and the importance of liberty. These principles would guide his decisions throughout his life, from his leadership during the American Revolution to his presidency. So, as we delve deeper into the life of George Washington, it's important to remember the world he was born into. The Age of Enlightenment was a time of profound change and progress. As George Washington grew up in this transformative period, he was undoubtedly influenced by these principles, setting the stage for his future endeavors. Born into a planter family in Virginia, George Washington's journey to greatness was not straightforward. A product of the Age of Enlightenment, Washington was born in 1732 to Augustine and Mary Ball Washington, the eldest of 6 siblings. His family was one of the prominent planter families in Virginia, owning tobacco plantations and slaves. Despite their wealth, the Washingtons valued education, and instilled in young George a sense of duty and honor. However, his journey wasn't without its trials. When he was just 11, his father passed away, leaving a young Washington to grapple with the immense responsibility of their tobacco plantation. This early adversity would shape the man he was to become, instilling in him a sense of resilience and determination that would be his guiding light in the years to come. As a teenager, he took up the profession of a surveyor, exploring the untamed wilderness of Western Virginia. His explorations not only honed his wilderness survival skills, but also gave him an intimate understanding of the land, an understanding that would later prove invaluable in his military career. Washington's first taste of military life came in the mid-1750s during the French and Indian War. Despite having no formal military training, he was appointed as a major in the provincial militia. His leadership skills were put to the test when he led his troops into the Battle of Monongahela. Although the battle ended in defeat, Washington's bravery and tactical acumen were undeniable. He demonstrated an innate ability to inspire his men and lead them through the most challenging of battles, a trait that would later define his role as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army. Despite the challenges faced, Washington's early experiences laid the foundation for his military prowess and leadership abilities. From the tobacco fields of Virginia to the battlefields of the French and Indian War, each step of his journey was a stepping stone, paving the way for the leader he would become, a leader who would go on to shape the destiny of a nation. The spark of revolution ignited and George Washington emerged as a leader. As tensions between the American colonies and the British Empire deepened, a man of remarkable character stepped forward to guide the young nation in its quest for freedom. George Washington, a distinguished officer and a gentleman farmer from Virginia, was appointed as the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army in June of 1775, a pivotal year in the history of the United States. This appointment came at a time when the revolutionary spirit was gaining momentum. Washington, with his charisma and military acumen, was the torchbearer of this spirit. Despite being seriously outmatched in terms of resources and manpower, Washington was not deterred. His leadership was not about matching the British strength for strength. Instead, he relied on strategic victories that boosted the morale of his troops and the American populace. One such victory was the daring crossing of the Delaware River. On a chilly Christmas night in 1776, Washington led his troops across the icy Delaware River. It was a bold and risky maneuver, executed under the veil of darkness and in complete secrecy. The subsequent surprise attack on the British forces stationed at Trenton, New Jersey, resulted in a resounding American victory. This singular event revitalized the flagging revolutionary spirit and was a turning point in the American Revolution. Washington's role in the American Revolution was not confined to the battlefield. His steadfastness in the face of adversity, his unyielding faith in the cause of liberty, and his ability to inspire those around him were just as crucial as his military victories. Washington was not just a military leader, he was the embodiment of the American spirit of freedom and self-determination. Through his leadership and military strategies, Washington was instrumental in America's victory and its path to independence. His legacy as a revolutionary leader is etched in the annals of American history, a testament to his courage, wisdom, and unwavering commitment to the cause of freedom. With the war won and independence secured, a new challenge awaited Washington, leading the newly formed United States of America. George Washington, a man of action and resolve, now found himself at the helm of a nation fresh out of a bloody revolution. The United States, a fledgling nation, was a patchwork of differing views, values, and cultures. Washington's task was to unify this diverse populace under a single banner and a cohesive, centralized government. His presidency, which commenced in 1789, was marked by his relentless pursuit of unity and stability. He championed the creation of a strong central government, understanding that it was the backbone required to hold the young nation together. He introduced policies and laid down structures that fortified the government's role, ensuring that it was robust enough to withstand the trials of time. Washington's presidency was not without its challenges. He navigated treacherous political waters, dealing with opposition and criticism with a grace and tenacity that would become characteristic of his leadership. Despite the pressures of the position, he remained resolute, guided by a vision of a united and prosperous nation. His decision to step down after 2 terms was a move that surprised many. Yet, it was a decision that bore the hallmark of Washington's wisdom. He recognized the perils of a presidency without end, and saw the importance of passing the torch to new leadership. This decision set a precedent, one that future presidents would follow, ensuring the peaceful transition of power that lies at the heart of American democracy. Washington's presidency was more than a period in history. It was a turning point that shaped the future of the United States. His leadership, his commitment to unity, and his unwavering belief in the potential of his nation set the course for the United States as we know it today. Washington's presidency was a testament to his leadership, setting the foundation for the United States as we know it today. Beyond his lifetime, George Washington's impact continues to resonate. This line speaks volumes about the enduring legacy of a man who was not just a military leader and statesman, but also a symbol of American ideals. The story of George Washington is one of courage and dedication. He was instrumental in the establishment of the United States, leading a ragtag army to victory against the world's most powerful empire. He was a man of action, who understood the importance of strategy, perseverance, and the power of unity. But Washington's legacy is not just about his military prowess. As the nation's first president, he set a precedent for the office that continues to this day. He believed in the power of democracy, in the importance of a government that serves the people. His 2-term limit set a tradition that would be followed by future presidents, until the 22nd Amendment made it law in 1951. Moreover, Washington's reputation as a man of integrity and honor stands as a symbol of American ideals. His farewell address, with its warnings against political factions and foreign entanglements, reflects a wisdom and foresight that continues to be relevant today. His commitment to these principles has made him an enduring figure in the annals of American history. Yet, the true impact of George Washington lies in his enduring influence on the American consciousness. His face graces our currency, his name adorns cities, states, and monuments. His story is taught in schools, serving as a reminder of the values upon which this nation was built. His legacy, woven into the fabric of America, is a testament to his importance in shaping the country we know today. As we reflect on the life and legacy of George Washington, we are reminded of his unwavering commitment to the ideals of liberty, democracy, and unity. We are reminded of a leader who, in the face of adversity, stood firm in his belief in the promise of America. George Washington, a man of his time, yet a figure for all times, truly embodies the spirit of America. His legacy continues to inspire, influence, and guide us as we navigate the complex landscape of our nation's history.